Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Board of Trustees meeting of Delhi Township for May the 14th, 2025. We will begin the meeting first with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. This week's moment of silence is in recognition of National Police Week, with two fallen officers. First, I'd like to recognize our own killed in action, which was John Bechtold, on October the 25th of 1978, Delhi officer John W. Bechtold. And secondly, I'm also recognizing Special Deputy Sheriff Larry Henderson, who was intentionally struck and killed while monitoring traffic at UC's graduation. So for those two officers and for all other officers who bravely gave the ultimate sacrifice, we have our moment of silence. So we'll begin with the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, if we could begin the meeting then with the approval of the minutes, Mr. Luby.
Motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting on April 30th, 2025.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion to approve overtime for pay period ending April 29th, 2025.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor? Yes. Motion approved.
Motion to approve bills for payment.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion approved. Report from our fiscal officer, Mr. Luby.
Significant transactions since our last meeting. On 5/9, we did receive a deposit from the state of Ohio for $953,000, which was for our homestead and rollback credits. As far as expenses, we had a check to Honhorst Company for $24,000. That was for the HVAC unit at 934 Neeb. We also had our reimbursement to our schools from the TIF for the first half. So we had a payment to Oak Hills School District for $1,610,000, payment to Great Oaks for $89,000, and a payment to Cincinnati Public for $58,000. And our payroll on May the 8th was $356,000. That's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Luby. Trustees' correspondence, Trustee Davis.
Just one I'm sure that we've all been told a little bit about, which was our cleanup day last Saturday. Great job by our township employees and the residents, everyone just pitching in to just clean up their yard, their garage, their basement, you name it. And it's amazing by the end of that day of how much comes through there. And I know we all received lots of different emails and things just from letters of appreciation from the residents, which of course many of them say, why don't we do that 3 or 4 times a year? I'm sure Randy would love to do that, but it is a great service, and we do that for the residents. You know, it helps keep Delhi looking nice, clean, beautiful as it is, as well as the recycling, which was the week before. People were appreciative of that, so thank you.
Okay. Also, we had the opportunity to attend the Hamilton County FOP Awards ceremony this week, or the end of last week, actually. And it was wonderful to have our own Officer Brian Welderly recognized for police work with children. This is all through Hamilton County, and this was sponsored by the FOP. Brian is our school resource officer, so this was quite an honor and a recognition, and we congratulate Brian and the Delhi Township Police Department for their police work with children. Quite an honor. Thank you. It was an honor to attend. All right. We do have a special presentation this evening, and I will ask Trustee Davis and Mr. Luby if you'll join me down here. This is a proclamation recognizing Reverend Philip R. Yeary Day. Whereas Reverend Philip R. Yeary, pastor and man of God, devoted family man, and cherished community member, passed away on December 7th, 2024, at the age of 85. And whereas Philip was born on May 22nd, 1939 in Cincinnati, Ohio, and whereas Philip began his work in ministry as an evangelist in 1958, and whereas Philip moved to Delhi Township in the 1960s and married the love of his life, Peggy, with whom he shared 61 years of marriage, and together they created a nurturing home filled with laughter and love where they raised their 2 sons, Greg and Patrick. Okay, Philip had a deep connection to his community and served as the assistant pastor at the State Avenue Church of God in Lower Price Hill, Cincinnati, Ohio, and then in 1968 was elected to lead the congregation as pastor. Philip had a deep connection to his community and served in a number of capacities, including treasurer of the Oak Hills Band Association, treasurer of the Price Hill Sports Association, manager of the Knot Hole Baseball for over a decade, where he coached his sons and other boys from Delhi and instilled in them the value of teamwork and sportsmanship. And whereas Philip's passion for service extended beyond the church walls, as he also proudly held the role of Greater Cincinnati Police and Fire Chaplain, where he offered spiritual guidance and support to first responders. Whereas for 56 years, Reverend Yeary served as pastor of the State Avenue Church of God, where he was a guiding light to countless congregation members. Now, therefore, the Board of Trustees of Delhi Township, Hamilton County, Ohio, do hereby wish to recognize the life of Reverend Philip R. Yeary, marked by his unwavering faith, his deep love for his family, and his commitment to serving others. On the date of his heavenly birthday, Thursday, May the 22nd, now therefore be it proclaimed that the Board of Trustees of Delhi Township, Hamilton County, do hereby declare that Thursday, May 22nd, 2025, is Philip R. Yeary Day in Delhi Township. Family, congratulations. He's a wonderful man.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Absolutely. It was our honor.
Thank you.
I have to say, with all the things, Madam President, that we do as trustees, and there's a lot as you head towards the door, I'm addressing you three. One of the things, and as far as being a trustee, and there's lots that goes on in our days and everything, and some good days, bad days, challenging days, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of Cheryl also. This is one of the benefits of what we do as trustees, to acknowledge people like you, to acknowledge him, and just the incredible gift and the ministry and just the, the grace that he brought so many others through that ministry. So an honor for us. We don't simply just do it. It truly was an honor. So thank you.
Yes, thank you, Yeary family, for everything. And Peggy, thank you for all the contributions and support that you've offered, not only to your husband as pastor, but for the 2 boys through a lot of baseball, it looks like. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
All right, we'll go back to the agenda then, and we'll begin with the fire department. And I think, Mr. Miller, you're filling in, though, for Chief today, right?
Yes, ma'am, I'm filling in. Chief is at a all-day training today and tomorrow.
Okay.
We have a motion to accept the voluntary resignation of part-time firefighter EMT Jacob Carter, effective May 9th, 2025.
So moved?
Second, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries.
We have a motion to accept the voluntary resignation of part-time firefighter EMT Jacob John, effective May 15th, 2025.
So moved?
Second, all those in favor? Yes. Motion approved.
Okay. First off, Jacob Carter was accepted as a full-time firefighter with Green Township. So obviously, he's going to be focusing his energies on that, and we wish him well. And Jacob John was accepted to medic school, and it's being funded by Coleraine Township. So he's leaving to focus on Coleraine Fire Department and medic school.
Okay. All right. Well, we wish them the best, and thank you for your service to Delhi Township. All right. Moving forward then, Parks and Recreation, Mr.
We have a presentation. So of course, the day that Chief is out, I have slides for you guys. So I have
that's
notes.
wonderful.
Yeah. So just some updates from the fire department. First, incidents continue to increase and response times are decreasing. As you can see, response times are remaining under 5 minutes with an average time of 4 minutes, 52 seconds. All right. The Delhi Fire Department conducted a smoke detector blitz in May to increase the awareness of having proper working smoke detectors in the home. A social media blast was sent out highlighting the importance of having smoke detectors in the home. The social media posts are also explained our partnership with the American Red Cross, how they provide us with smoke detectors to those who need them. This program provides up to 2 detectors per household. The department comes out to the resident's home and installs these detectors and educates the homeowners about their operation. The department the department chose Valence Drive and St. Dominic Drive as the 2 streets to target for the blitz. 1 week before the blitz date, duty crew canvassed the neighborhood by placing door hangers on homes, announcing that we would be back the following week, checking detectors and offering installations if needed. The blitz was held on May 6th. 6 firefighters, 9 Citizen Fire Academy members, and 3 fire cadets participated in the event. The crews went to 102 houses. When our teams contacted residents, they asked them about their smoke detectors, if they had them on all floors, do they check them monthly, do they replace the batteries twice a year, is the detector older than 10 years, and if they needed any smoke detectors. All our contacts were provided with an education card that went over smoke detector safety and usage. The pamphlet was left at the door if no one answered. A total of 13 smoke detectors were installed. Several of the residents told us that they saw the door hanger the previous week, and that reminded them to check their detectors and also change batteries. Overall, this event was a success. We have 13 new detectors installed with 102 home contacts. So, let's see. And then finally, we have Pete Gardner. Firefighter Pete Gardner was nominated as one of 10 regional providers by Tools for Thriving Conference, which is a mental health conference, as a 2025 Changemaker of the Year. It was an honor to be recognized by his peers for this nomination. And now, that's all we have for the fire department.
Well, that's great news, and especially, I like seeing the response time, because when you're standing there and you're waiting to hear that siren come down the street, the minutes seem like hours, so the quicker we get there, the better everyone is, so thank you very much. And congratulations to Pete Gardner. That's a wonderful recognition, and I know that he's worked diligently with mental health for the first responders, so thank you. Congratulations, Pete. Okay, can I move on, Mr. Miller?
Yes, ma'am.
You're okay. All right, Parks and Recreation, then Director Suppi.
We have a motion to approve the rehiring of Samuel M. Widener as seasonal Parks and Recreation worker in the Parks and Recreation Department at a pay rate of $15.60 per hour upon successful completion of a drug testing effective on May 14th, 2025.
So moved?
Second, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion passes, and welcome back, Sam.
Yep. Yeah, when Sam reached out to me and said he wants some summertime work, and I said absolutely, so.
Oh, that's
yeah,
great.
Definitely take him back, he's a great worker,
That's great.
so. And I have an
Department
update today I wanted to go over. I just got news from Chief Campbell, honestly, yesterday, and he's not here, but me and him been working on the Ohio House Bill 47. It is getting an AED placed in our park, passed by Senator DeWine when it was, I think, back last year. So anywhere where there's an organized youth sports, you should have an AED in place, and we're going to follow the rules on that. So we're officially getting it tomorrow. We ordered it a couple months ago, so it is going in a central location in the park at the middle restroom. Along with that, this box, I went over with Doug. It is heated and sensored. It also has a camera on it 24/7. If it's removed, it will sound an alarm. If it's used, it'll sound an alarm, along with calling 911, and it'll also send a text out. I went with him yesterday. And it also is, the unit itself is also chipped, so at any point, if it's removed, if it gets by all those barriers, they can locate it instantly, so.
You'll know.
We have a lot of fail-safe factors on it, so it should be fine, you know. And,
So Randy, let me understand what you're saying then. Don't play around with them.
No.
These are life-saving instruments.
Yes.
These are expensive instruments. We're watching them carefully,
Yes.
and we will watch anybody who comes near them. Is that what I'm to
That
understand?
is correct. Yeah, I don't know if
Okay.
it's, I don't know if it's a felony, but it might possibly be, so.
Okay.
And along with that, we've been working with Chief Campbell, and we did purchase the same units and equipment that they use. So once this is used for anybody that can come up, it's already, all the instructions are on it. And when there's a sports team, a coach, anybody can come up. It runs them through it until paramedics get there. And to not change anything, that they can leave the pads, leave everything on, and just transfer their unit to it and take over. So it will be like a fail-safe, and it's going to work wonderfully, so.
Part of the Citizens Fire Academy was actually learning the use of an AED and how to coordinate between using your life-sustaining.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. So when we have it again, people, if you're interested in understanding how that AED works, even though it will walk you through its use step by step. It is just so elementary and so clear, but I'm so glad that we have them now in the park. It's terrific.
So it is in the central location. We'll have it, it is scheduled to put in tomorrow. So we'll have everything. I will let know, and we'll put it out on social media and let everybody know as well.
Thank you, Randy.
And any other questions, just let me know. Anything?
Any update on the doggy park?
Yeah, we sent Vera sent out an update with the weather, how it is, and it just continues and continues to keep raining. The crew is also working on all the daily work, so we are getting down. We're getting the equipment ready. We're working on a few more drainage trenches. That should be coming up next week as well. And once we get everything set, we definitely are a little bit behind because of the weather, but we'll have it set.
Okay.
So.
One thing that the board, trustees, Mr. Davis, and myself, would like to address, and that's your behavior and your manners as you conduct yourselves in Delhi Park. And that is, first and foremost, be courteous to other people, as well as don't play loud music out the back of your vehicles. And if you're not a toddler, stay off the toddler equipment. I think that's pretty easy, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's, I think we're looking at the sign campaign and getting the word up there.
Right.
And half of them, I would say, probably just because they didn't think it looks like a fun little ride to hang out with your 3 or 4 teenage buddies, but it really is called a tot lot for a reason, and that's for the tots. That's for the little ones and their families, and we want them to feel safe. The other half are those that just want to go up and create havoc and just be maybe teenagers, as some would say. Kids will be kids. However, you have 99% of the rest of the park to go sit on a park bench and do whatever. Let these little kids play on there. Let the families feel safe. And kudos to our police department. We have our park officer that's up there daily. And as I understand it, Chief, you also have advised the rest of your team, as well as the special task force, to be seen up in that park and be seen a lot
Right.
up there. You know, I don't think they can be seen too much up there, because they're truly hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars invested up there, and I don't want 1 or 2, pardon the word, punks or people like that to change what that park is all about. It's family friendly, it's fun, it's safe, and we got lots of great events coming up there again this year. So we want to really hit the ground running right in the beginning, and just explain, you know, truly, here's your freebie, but from here on out, starting June 1, this is what we expect. Go ahead.
Right, no, I'm just following what you say. I mean, the behavior has to be your best. You know, you're in a place where a lot of investment has gone on, and please be respectful of the equipment and all the other people in the park with you. So just heads up, I know summertime is coming and the schools are going to be out, and it's a rah-rah happy time, but you know, don't get careless with your behavior. Okay, anything else, Director Suppi?
Nothing from me if there's
All
anything
right,
else.
thank you.
Thank you.
Police Department then, Chief Braun.
We have a motion to accept the voluntary resignation of Assistant Police Clerk Ethan T. Gadberry, effective May 1st, 2025.
So moved?
Second, all those in favor?
Yes.
Yes, motion approved.
We have a motion to approve the hiring of India M. Barkley as part-time clerk at a rate of $16 per hour, contingent upon successful completion of a background check, drug test, and voice stress analyzer, effective on May 14th, 2025.
So moved?
Second, all those in favor? Yes, motion approved. Chief Braun?
So two things. Assistant Police Clerk Ethan Myers was hired by Cincinnati PD. He's starting the police academy here in the next month or two. So obviously, he took what he learned from here and is going to join Cincinnati PD in their academy. As far as India Barkley goes, she's a Delhi resident, looking to get started in the law enforcement business. And she's a military veteran. If I remember correctly, I think she did 4 years in the Air Force. So we're glad to have her once she gets through the background. As far as department updates, thank you for the moment of silence. Obviously, that hits home for us. And just a quick comment, I was part of, with the Shield and the Chiefs Association last week, working with the funeral procession and the funeral itself. And, if you think about it, we relieved the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department of 40 hours of covering beats in their different communities. And we worked on covering 100 different beats, 12-hour shifts. So all the different departments in Hamilton County actually stood up and actually covered it all. And what an honor that was, and, for us to be able to be involved in that. It's just a true honor, and, a lot of you saw the procession on TV, just the people out and the support, and, just to support the different police departments was huge, and just a senseless killing, it's just nonsense. Just because of the vocation the gentleman did and the clothes he was wearing, he was ran over by a car and killed. Right. That's what it comes down to, and very sad. So, but thank you again for the moment of silence. Yesterday, we did host some leadership training. Fire department was there as well at Station 33. We hired a consultant to come in, and we invited some other agencies around the area to come out. There was leadership with a special focus on wellness for all employees, and it went very well. So we're going to have another session here in the next month or two. And everybody enjoyed it, and they learned a lot. So we were glad to do that. And to piggyback on what you're talking about as far as the park goes, I will tell you that I looked at the park officer's statistics as far as how many ejections he's had since April 1st, and he's actually removed 12 different people so far in a little over 5 weeks. So, they can't come back for 4 to 6 or 12 months. If you act up, you're done. See you later, and we'll give you a date. You come back, you're going to get arrested. It's pretty simple. And then we had a gentleman the other day, and I use that term loosely, decided he wanted to drive through the fields, and due to the technology we have, he was tracked down and is going to be held accountable for it, and he's going to be writing a check to the parks for over $1,200. So
Charges
technology is good.
pressed? Wow. Charges pressed?
We're working on that. I think that was part of the whole deal with him paying for it, and it's complicated, so we can talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't want anyone watching at home think that we'll just do some little plea bargain with you and let you out. It's zero tolerance in that park, and we mean every bit of it.
Yep.
And Cheryl, if I'm wrong, correct me.
No, I'm
You
going to
know.
absolutely repeat what Chief just said. It's not 3 strikes and you're out. It's 1 strike and you're out.
Yeah, and we have different tiers for different violations, et cetera. If you're assaulting somebody, tearing something up, you're gone from 6 to 12 months.
Yeah, and I feel, and I don't want to belabor this, I really feel for some of them to come up there and have been to some of these city parks or these other parks where basically all hell broke loose, you do whatever you want, and you don't have to worry about the police responding because the police are still trying to cover 30 other runs. Not in Delhi, my friends. We have an outstanding police division, and we have cameras throughout that park, and I want to reassure the residents, those that watch the meetings and go on social media, we are every bit in tune to what's going on in that park, and trust me, we won't put up with much crap. I can tell you that. And thank goodness the cameras are up there, which we've been fighting for, and we have them up there, and you can get some guy that's doing lawn jobs up in our park, as well as the nice kids that decided to jump on the fence and tear the fence down, that we had to replace all of that. It's like, that's not who Delhi is, and I'm telling you, and I don't want to hear about it. It's like.
How about the 200-pound toddler in the sway swing?
That too, yeah, in the sway swing, but again, that's for toddlers. But, you know, just don't do it. Don't do it. You want to play those games, go somewhere else. It's not going to work here. And parents, I feel for you if you're the mother of a teenager who you just can't control. I feel horrible. But if they're up there in the park and they're harassing, bullying, doing anything like that, it is not going to be tolerated. Very few are the times that we will not press charges or come after that. Gone are the days if you spray paint something and we just tell you to go wipe it off. That ain't going to happen. Too much invested up there. And our residents, with what they pay here in taxes and everything else in this township, they deserve the best and it should be protected. That's just crazy. Same thing with the fire division. You see those response times under 5 minutes. You know, we work for that and we appreciate that. So kudos to the residents, kudos to our department heads and the employees who serve and protect us and take care of our basic services every day. And you come in the park, as we say, everything's on film, so think twice.
That's right. And don't forget, if you see something, call the police department, 922-0060.
Yeah, I was just going to obviously piggyback on that. Obviously, if you report it to social media, we don't necessarily get that.
Thank you.
So we need you to call us so we can respond and obviously make sure it's a legitimate problem, and then we can address and deal with it. So, you know, we don't monitor social media 24/7.
Right. And Chief, we're trying to get ahead of the summer activity, because we know and we want everyone to enjoy the park during the summer months, but enjoying them right, enjoying them with behavior. So, well, thank you.
That's all I have unless you have questions.
Well, no, I don't, but I do have one follow-up to that, which drives you crazy. And again, I don't monitor social media unless someone says, oh, hey, did you happen to see? But when someone goes on social media and says, oh, the other day I was up there, let's just say I was at the park, and I saw this guy, you know, push this lady and da-da-da-da-da. And someone said, well, did you call the police? Well, no, I didn't want to get involved. What do you mean you didn't? You just put it all over social media? You are involved, but get involved in a good way. Call the 922-0060 as our non-emergency line and just say, hey, is there an officer around because this just doesn't look good? Even if you're not 100% positive of what's going on, see something, like Cheryl said, say something. Just call us. No one's going to ding you for calling us, you know, and you might just be helping somebody out. So please do. That's what they're here for. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Chief. All right. Public Works, Director Riminger, do we have a department update?
Yeah, we had an exciting day. Last Friday, we did Enrichment Day / Touch a Truck at CO Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
We don't get into that stuff too often. We're going to try to a little more. I think the kids really enjoy it. We had it set up good. Sometimes we don't have them get in the equipment just for hazard reasons, so we built some steps to make it a little easier for the small children to get in there, and they really liked it. It was safe. Nobody fell. We had some hard hats and stickers to give out, and they really liked it.
Good. Oh, good. That's great. And I know CO Harrison really appreciates you doing that.
They're already talking about next year's date.
I
when
bet
let
they
us know.
are. I bet they are. Thank you for doing that. Public Works. All right.
Just other than that, kind of like Mr. Soupy said, you know, we're trying to get into projects and the weather just, so we're still pushing them. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. All right. Administration. We have a motion, Mr. Luby?
We have a motion to direct administrator to effect name change from Clemmy Drive to Saints Way.
So proudly moved.
And second. And all those in favor? Yes. Motion approved. Clemmy is gone, and the Saints Way will take you right to the new Seton Recreation Center. All right.
All right. Just to be clear, this motion directs me to start the process. It's still Clemmy Drive right now. It'll still be Clemmy Drive tomorrow. This is a county process that we have to start going through.
To change the name?
Yep. Also, as kind of part of this project and part of ours, at our next trustee meeting, I'd like to propose that we do a resolution to begin the process, the initial step of vacating a portion of what's now Clemmy Drive for the mutual development of the shared parking area between Delhi Town Square and the Seaton's SC.
That would be great. And getting back to social media, there was actually one on there that wanted to know what they were doing next to the Viridian development. And I was like, really? Okay. Everyone, once again, the building to the east, right? Have I got my directions right?
Yep, east.
The buildings to the east off Clemmy Drive is going to be Seaton's Athletic and Recreation Center. So please, if anyone is wondering again, that's Seaton's, recreation and athletic development. Okay? All right. Was that it for you, Mr. Miller?
No.
Got a
ma'am.
couple resolutions.
Let's see, yeah, we do have some resolutions.
That's what I thought.
And then I'll have a short update afterwards. We can do the resolutions.
We have Resolution 2025-68, adding the Marketing and Events Director job description to the Events Department in Article 12, position descriptions, leaving the remainder in effect, declaring an emergency and dispensing with the second reading.
I will introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution. Is there any discussion on this resolution?
Yes, ma'am. So the Marketing and Events Director position will be a department head level position. It's the intent of the township to take over direct operations of the event center. For the better part of the last year, it's been managed by HFIT, who also manages the Delhi Athletic Club. This is not a referendum, if you will, on any actions of HFIT, but their main focus is and should be the Delhi Athletic Club. They're doing a great job on that side. It's certainly their bailiwick. It's their lane, so to speak. It makes sense, especially with the community events that we're trying to do outside. The fact that the township has ownership of the liquor license to kind of bring it all under one roof, if you will. So this is the first step, getting that director in position and to begin that takeover. We are planning the official takeover of the event center starting July 1. And during this transition time, I am working with HFIT on the transition plan, as well as talking to the existing HFIT staff and making recommendations to the board about how to best bring everybody into the fold.
And Mr. Miller, this job description, this is available on our website, correct?
This is available on our website. We are also doing targeted marketing. We are looking for a seasoned professional in the marketing and event space. So there are professional organizations that we're submitting this job description to. I believe it's the name escapes me right now. There's actually two of them in the hospitality space and also two in the marketing space. So there is, we are, again, it's open to everyone. We hope it gets a lot of attention, but we are targeting certain industries that we're looking for, expertise and years of experience from.
So if you or you know someone who might be interested in this type of position, please direct them to our website and fill out an application. We're hiring.
Yep. One additional thing I'd like to add about this takeover, we have a great partnership with HFIT. The township was assuming the cost of, the expenses for the event center already. That was part of the contract. It's a benefit to the township. That was part of the business plan. As we phase out HFIT and take this over for ourselves, it's a transition of those expenses from the HFIT side to us, but it's not an increase. It's not we're not doubling up expenses. We're not continuing to pay HFIT for the operation of the space.
You're just
while
moving
we
it on the
operate as well.
ledger.
We're just moving where that money is spent. So it's still operating within the same budget. We're still good. But I do want to make it clear to the public, we're not, we're not being redundant by doing this. HFIT will not be billing us for these things.
No, we're not redundant, but I think we're being more responsive by having them report directly to you so that you get firsthand information as to any issues or problems or positive suggestions as to what we can do at the event center.
I think we've got a really big space here. There's been a lot of, growing pains and also, kind of getting used to this new building, this new asset that the community has. So the fact that HFIT was willing to step in and manage it for us as we, essentially got our feet under us was a wonderful service that they provided. But to your point, it makes a lot of sense for the township to manage this space directly. And I think it's going to be the most advantageous for everyone.
All right.
Move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution. All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mr. Davis?
Yes.
Mrs. Seavey?
Yes. Resolution passes.
Resolution 2025-69, declaring certain property no longer needed for public use, obsolete, and unfit for the use acquired, authorizing sale by internet auction and disposal thereof, declaring an emergency, and dispensing with the second reading.
I introduce and move the adoption of this resolution.
I second the adoption of this resolution. Any discussion on this resolution? Mr. Miller?
This is a common practice of the township. We identify at least once a year items that can be put up for auction, evaluating our current assets that are no longer of use to us. Our old chairs from from our last meeting room. They don't quite fit this space. We don't have a need for them in at the lodge, so they're currently on the auction block.
Okay. All right.
Move to dispense with the second reading of this resolution.
I second the motion to dispense with the second reading of this resolution. All those in favor of the motion to dispense with the second reading?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Luby, please call the roll.
Mr. Davis? Mrs. Seavey?
Yes. Resolution passes. Anything further, Mr. Miller?
In the interest of time, I've touched on a lot of items as we went along, but if you're driving past or you're looking out here from from our meeting room, you can see that there's work being done currently on the lawn bar. So the countertops are being replaced with a better material, a four-season material. It's a kind of a fiber concrete countertop retrofit. So I think this will be better long-term. We hope to have the bar open this weekend, but depending on what the weather does for us, we may have to be closed this weekend.
Okay.
So there's no live events planned for this weekend, just in case.
All right. Thank you. All right. Community development.
We have a motion for the hiring of Coleman Jeffers as community development intern at a rate of $15 per hour, contingent upon successful completion of a background check and drug test effective on May 14th, 2025.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Yes.
Yes. Motion approved. Mr. Roach?
Yep, so thank you for the opportunity to hire Coleman. He's a first-year UC intern in urban planning. We already have a list of agenda items for Coleman when he starts on Monday to help us with some projects that we've identified. So I think it'll be a good asset for the summer.
Okay.
Other than that, I just have one thing. I believe Administrator Miller finally got the final email from OD&R board. They did meet and approved the grant funding for the patio bar to $750,000. So as they always say, the check should be in the mail.
Okay. That's good. That's good to know. Thank you, Director Roach.
Yep.
And its finger licking good.
Oh, yeah, I can speak on that a little bit as
Please
well.
do.
Oh, yes, thank you, Trustee Davis. So May 5th, they did start the interior demolition of KFC. They are fully intend to come back to the township. I have not heard word on the extent of the damage after the demolition, so they're going to reevaluate once they got the interior demo to see if it's easier to just go ahead and renovate what's there, or just to raise it and start from the ground up. I did have the opportunity this morning to speak with corporate, and just so our community knows that, the sign's says closed for a long time. Hopefully they're going to put coming soon to Delhi Township, so.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Roach. All right, public comment, I don't have any. Mr. Miller, did you have any?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then let's move on to announcement of the community events.
Okay, first up, we have the Delhi Township Veterans Memorial Day Ceremony is Sunday, May 25th, 2025, starting at 1 p.m. This is at Delhi Veterans Memorial Park. The address is 934 Neeb Road. Due to limited parking at the park, a free shuttle bus will be available at the Senior Center at 647 Neeb Road. Included in events for the day will be roll call of Delhi's Killed in Action Heroes, taps, a wreath laying, and patriotic songs, and a grill out afterwards. So come out and join us. Okay, Delhi Event Center at Delhi Town Square announcements. First, the lawn bar. Again, I said that we're hoping to have it open this weekend, but it may be closed, so please check back on the social media page, the Facebook page, the Delhi Lawn Bar, for any updates. The Delhi Event Center has an exciting lineup of programs. Find more info and a link to register at the Delhi Event Center's webpage. That is still www.delhieventcenter.com. And finally, we have the 2025 Health and Wellness Fair. It's Saturday, May 31st from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. This is sponsored by the Oak Hills School District and Delhi Athletic Club. Join us at the Delhi Athletic Club for a day filled with activities to boost your well-being, including fitness classes to health education classes. This event has everything you need to kickstart your journey to a healthier lifestyle. Visit Eventbrite and search 2025 Health and Wellness Fair to find a list of activities and to reserve your ticket for this free event. It is a free event, but you do need a ticket because a lot of these things have certain time slots, especially if you're going to be doing the, the free clinics, the mobile clinics that are on Beyond the Lawn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And I don't think we have a slide for it, but I'm going to go ahead and announce it very quickly. Our Delhi Summer Concert Series, starting June 4th with the Whammies, June 18th, the Cincinnati Transit Authority, July 23rd, the Eagles Project, August 6th, Deviate, August 20th, the Menus, September 3rd, Forever Diamond. Food and drinks are available for purchase, and as always, no personal coolers.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Miller. We do not have reason for executive session today, so if I could have the motion to adjourn, Mr. Luby.
With no further business to come before the board, we have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor? Yes. Meeting adjourned. Thanks, everyone.